Tonight, the D&Q Karting Series presents the Fit Stop Performance Race Night at the Millbridge Speedway here in Salisbury, North Carolina. Let's talk to Skip Flores, who is down with Brad.
I'm down here with the one and only Ryan Flores. He's come out of retirement. It's been years since he's raced with us. He saw a post on Facebook, and it was Tim Nye. Tim Nye was coming out. He's racing a buggy. So Flores and Tim Nye have had a history. So now he couldn't let Tim Nye outdo him. Why are you back, and what are you going to be in?
I'm actually not even friends with Tim Nye on social media. I didn't follow him on anything. I forgot he was still racing. But yeah, it's been cool. My other changer, Steven Towles, he's been pretty good in the buggies out here, and he talks about it a lot. And opportunity came up to drive the Trick Olympic car. So since Tim's running here, and this deal really is, a manifestation of what the Field Fair Fairgrounds is. Like, I figured I'd come back out here and show Tim who Daddy was. Just remind him. Got to remind him every now and then.
But we're going to be looking forward to it tonight.
Good to talk to the indoor legend, Ryan Flores, but his rival we're going to talk about is Tim Nye, and he is a D&Q First Ballot Hall of Famer.
He's probably the second best Nye out of all the Nye brothers, and we're happy to have him here in D&Q. Him and Flores, they're both New Englanders, and they have a history here in D&Q. They've had some run-ins over the years. They really don't like each other. And you know what? Both of them are so good, they're always up front when it happens, which puts on a great show for the fans.
Yeah, they each kind of have their strong suit, right? You got Flores, who's known as the driver. You got Tim, that's the best cheater that's ever been, right? Always had the best tires at the racetrack, always had the best setup, and found a way to win. And they were like magnets. They always found each other on the racetrack. So they put on a hell of a show for the fans, as you alluded to, Bill.
A two-time Cup Series champion, 11 D&Q Series wins in the Cup Series. That is the most on the all-time wins list. And Brad is down with him right now. Let's go talk to Tim.
Down here with Tim Nye. He's making his way back. Come out of retirement, D&Q 500 winner. Why are you coming back? What brought you to it?
Well, Jeremy asked me like 2 weeks ago if I wanted to come run the house cart, so I was like, hell yeah, let's do this. I don't hardly know anyone here but you two and Tyson and all these damn kids and other people. They don't know, friggin' have a clue on what this shit's about and how it all started, really. So it's pretty badass to be back. I don't know if we're gonna even make it to practice, but I see somebody putting on tires. Can't thank Dick Timmons enough. Shit, I don't know. I'm here. Gonna bust out the old school helmet too. It's like SFI 2000, maybe 95. I don't know.
So we just interviewed Ryan Flores. He was here. He saw your post on Facebook and said, "All right, well, I can't let Nye come back and win this thing. I'm gonna race his ass off." How you gonna race him?
Dude, we're gonna be battling hard for the C main. Dude, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be good. I didn't even know he was racing. We both have our tires really prepped up, really good for this one. B Young's in the house. He's got us set. Dick's got my shit set, so we're gonna race.
Good one.
Let's dive a little deeper into this rivalry. In 2015, on the short track here, these two got into it.
Yeah, that's a pretty typical move by Tim Nye there, and Flores has been known to make some of the same himself. But here, you can see the displeasure they have with each other, and that rivalry never died down.
This is what Tim had to do with his brand new Triton and all his brand new stuff he's got here in his 15 sets of tires, and we come with old Nemesis and a borrowed set of tires. But I guess you need talent too to go along with that brand new car and all that money.
Flores has all kinds of cheating ways when he comes out here, just like he buys his $28,000 TQ midget. And I wasn't going to put up with him either, from his cheating lug nuts to he was light across the scales. So, he gets what he gets. So, and I don't care.
Well, Jay-Z, one of our favorite things we like to talk about is aero, and this is a low-speed situation where there's two karts up against each other, and we talk about this a lot during the races, but this is a great illustration of it.
Yeah, this shows the fans at home what the drivers are dealing with out there on the track. They're fighting over that clean air. The cart in front has the air pushing on the nose, and more importantly, the side panel keeping that car from spinning out, as you see here with the graphic. That car behind, it's a little more unstable. They may have to run a different setup that kart has more tendency to spin out without the air pushing on the side of it, especially with these Predator engines. So keep an eye out there as the track changes tonight, as those karts yaw out a little bit more. You'll want to see how people move up and down the racetrack to find that clean air, find that downforce, and more importantly, find that side force that'll help them run a mechanically freer setup, carry more speed down the straightaway, and ultimately put their kart in victory lane and taste that Busch Light at the end of the night.
The SRI Pole Award for tonight's Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series will go to Joey Gase with a 12.629. The past champion in the Dash Series will share the outside row with another past champion, Robert Showalter.
Number 2, Kenny Flippin, and the fastest tire changer at Penske, Stephen Towges.
Row 3, Dylan Latour in the 84 and Dylan Brack in the 63.
Ryan Ayers in the Josh Schlong machine and Leland Lambert in the next row.
Casey Heschel and Martin Coberly.
Next row, Magic Mike Melton and my boy Brian Shaw.
Your guy, Austin Simmons, making his first feature race. On Chris Britt.
This is Kitty, Jen Welsh, and Ronnie Carroll.
Blaine Donahue and series regular Zach Capologna.
That'll round out the field tonight for the Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series. 390 stock Predator small tires all the way around, so they basically have zero stagger. And it actually makes for good racing. I mean, at first, we didn't know how this series was going to play out. We got a lot of people in here now, especially with the Treaded Hoosiers. They're having a good time. We'll be on board tonight with Robert Showalter in that black number 5 machine. And Casey Heschel, the fastest PR guy in DNQ, will be towards the middle of the field here tonight with those yellow gloves, getting ready to make it happen. Do you think those Alpine stars were like drivers that they, ran the year and were going to get rid of them and he kept them?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those
Absolutely.
were definitely in the hauler that he stole.
Yeah. We'll know if he flips somebody off. As the green flag is out, we're underway, and Joey Gase is going to use that higher line to his advantage. He's going to start skating away from Showalter as they are 5 wide down the back.
Yeah, somebody on the bottom just used up Towges, that's for sure. He went from 3rd to 6th in a hurry.
And Towges has fallen like a rock. He just got a terrible start there. Is there bumping and banging? Mike Melton trying to find some room as we're on board with Casey Heschel. He's probably tweeting a hashtag Racers Race right now, propping up the sponsors and the pit crew as he tries to find a way. Almost hops the left rear on Magic Mike Melton. He's got Carroll on the inside. We're 3 wide coming off of 2.
Worst case scenario there, he's in dirty air and he's 3 wide. So you know that graphic that we showed earlier, he's got no air on that thing and he's still sideways.
Yeah, this is a position very familiar to Elliott Sadler. So Casey Heschel, maybe if he can go talk to him after the race here, get some pointers for next week. He's definitely familiar with what that feels like. As we go back to the battle for 3rd right now, I don't know who that is. I don't really care. But the battle is now back to 5th, it looks like.
Yeah, you look at the first 2, they're doing fairly well, and then you got this absolute just dogfight here as we're on board Robert Showalter trying to run down Joey Gase, T-Motor, racer, veteran here in the series, past champion. Joey wears all the hats. He's trying to hold off Robert Showalter, who is doing a great job as well. These 2 are kind of the perennial favorites here in the Dash Series, along with Mike Melton.
This is a great shot here of the arrow we were talking about earlier. You could see every time Joey Gase stepped out a little bit and came in that yaw, Showalter could not get the same drive off the corner Joey Gase did, because he just couldn't rely on that air to keep his kart straight. It was drifting up the racetrack, and he couldn't get that drive off. So it's a great illustration for the people drinking Busch lattes at home, following along with DNQ.
And then you got this group here in the back, Bill, that they just follow each other into the corner. They're not searching for air. They don't care.
No, they're really not that good to begin with. They definitely drive off the nose of those machines. But here, Brian Shaw is back in that mix. He was somebody that was really good at the end of last year, showed a lot of promise, and I don't know if he just didn't work on his shit over the winter and kind of got off his game, or who knows. What happens to a lot of these drivers is they run good, get themselves a new chick, and then all their talent goes away. So I don't know if I haven't really seen anybody down in the garage area with Brian Shaw, but that's not to say he doesn't have a little something back in the trailer.
I've seen that happen. I mean, it's worth at least a half a second when you get a tapered spacer, as Charles Lewandowski would say. It is a detrimental part of your racing program. As we're watching the two guys up front, Showalter's married and Joey Gase is married, so they're not chasing any trim. They got it at home. They got no one to impress anymore, and they're just out there racing.
It's a little bit like a bell curve, right? As we're back on board with the fastest spotter, Casey Heschel, you kind of have this bell curve where you get the new girl and you put all your time and effort into it, and your racing slows down as he's on the inside of Dylan Miracular going for the position. And then you get sick of your old lady so much that you spend as much time as possible out in the garage, out in the shop, working on your setups, hitting that pull-down machine, running through data over and over and over again, and your racing program picks up. So it just matters, where you are on that bell curve as far as your racing chick goes. As we got a hell of a battle here. Huge shot to the back of Mirac as he's inside. They're trying to get 3 wide on the inside of Melton. Melton's holding them off as they go through 3 and 4.
Yeah, Magic Mike Melton has definitely got some miles under his belt this year already, and he's been one of those quiet, sneaky good guys where he might, maybe not qualify all the way up the front, maybe qualify 6th, 7th, and he will wholesale his shit before the feature, and before you know it, you get that 5 to go caution, and he's running top 3.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys almost wait till the 5 to go, choose the top, and they know what's going to happen. They just avoid the wrecks. Yep. So it seems like what's happened. But a couple names up here, we got Cobra Lee, Leland Lambert, and Kenny Flippin. These guys are running 3rd, 4th, and 5th. A lot of names we don't call out very often here in the Dash Series, but we've talked about it before. Track conditions play into a big factor as there is the caution, our 5 to go. We're going to see if Cobra Lee's got anything for Joey Gase as he picks the bottom.
Joey Gase in that JD Motorsports Johnny Davis machine gets out to the lead. That's the fastest any of those. Oh, we got a big wreck.
Leyland got dumped.
Leland Lambert got taken out there. We saw Kenny Flippin get free. Let's look at the replay. Shoving his nose in there where it doesn't belong, gets free, and then decides to take out Lambert, and right in front of Austin Simmons. Dylan Latour involved in this. Blaine Donahue thought he was clear out of it. No, he wasn't. Jen Welsh is well involved in this. Take a look at it again in real time. Oh, gosh, that's a tough break for them. Tough break for these drivers here tonight. Let's look at this on board with Casey Heschel. Flippin, hit a patch of NDF there off the corner. Heschel does a quick glide by the wall. We're going to rack him and restart him again here. Joey Gase preferring that outside line here, and surprised at that, JZ.
Yeah, I think he just wants that angle in turn 1 to cut down and get a better drive off as we've got Showtime looking on the inside. We've got to fight for P1 as they roll through 3 and 4. Joey Gase still holding on. Hornet's Nest behind him, a few tangled up in the back.
Joey Gase.
You got to be very selective when you make that move there, especially with the rest of those guys behind you. And there's Mike Melton going into 3rd as we're on board with Showalter.
Bobby Showtime running down Gase, gives him a shove into 1, gets his nose underneath him, gives him a little bit of right front tire, but Gase on the top gets a big run. He pulls back by him. Showalter can't get it turned down underneath him again. White flag, 1 to go. Joey Gase, all he's got to do is make it through 3 and 4, fend off Showtime for 1 more corner. Is he going to be able to do it? Showtime, nothing for him. Joey Gase in that JD Motorsports machine will take the checker.
Go for it.
Down here with Bobby Showtime, 2nd place finish. We watched you follow him on every restart. Why didn't you pick the bottom?
I just didn't think there was a momentum down there, so I tried to pass him on the inside and I couldn't make it, so starting on the bottom probably would have been bad. So I think if I was starting on the bottom, I would have finished worse than 2nd, so I'll take a 2nd. And I think I would have had something for him, but I think I would have to wreck him, so getting wrecking people is bad, I guess, so we can't do that anymore. So I'll take a 2nd, just points race and keep on going.
Nice showing for Bobby Showtime. Again, he's getting ready for double duty tonight.
Auto Loop and Repair Pro Cup Series. The SRI Pole Award will go to Johnny Kidwell with a 12.900. and he will sit on the pole in the 17NY, along with Ryan Ayers, a surprise outside pole starting position for him as well.
Row 2, Zack Stroup and Austin Compton.
Row 3, Brandon Conard and Chris Allison, who I believe is new to the series.
Eric Yost and Ben Murphy in the next row.
Jay Zarpata and Ron Shitty.
Cross Thread in the 92 and Ratchet Jaws in the 21.
Lick Schmidt, Bobby Wideman.
J.R. Norris and Adam Wilcox.
Cody Sauls and Chris Gwynn in the 49.
Cody needs a new picture. I just found one on Facebook. Instead of using Dale.
I'm so glad Ratchet
Auto Loop and
Jaws.
Repair. Pro Cup Series 390. This is the same rules as the Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Bush Series. And we're getting, after 7 races, these two, Bush and Pro Cup, are going to race against each other. Top 10 in points. Ben Murphy, in-car camera tonight. Pretty interested in watching that. We see which is the cream of the crop here in the Pro Cup Series, who's going to race against the cream of the crop in the Busch Series. Pretty excited about that. Excited for Beef Tips. His machine's running pretty good.
Yeah.
So the field creeps down 3 and 4. Going to take the green.
Yeah, Beef's got that machine rolling for sure.
This is the second time the pole sitter's chosen the outside, Jay-Z. Is there some magic juice there in that middle groove?
I think when you're on the inside, as I spoke too soon, but look at that outside line pays off again. But when you're on the inside, you're pinching it down. You're putting that left front and that left rear down through some angel dust there, some of that PCP, and you get effed up as we're on board with Ben Murphy in this hornet's nest here, and you push up and lose your run off the corner. When you're starting on the outside, you get that nice arc into the corner. You're on the clean part of the racetrack, and you get a much better drive off than the guy on the inside.
There's Austin Compton in this 8 cart here tonight. He is a Busch Series regular driving for Zach Smith, and he's found a way to run 2 features a night because he's subbing for his buddies like almost every night. So he's playing the game with the rule book, which is fully legal, and he is up to 4th right now as John Kidwell, just a talented racer in general. I mean, he's ran late models and stuff as they're 3 wide way back in the pack. But does a really good job in these go-karts, especially with the treads.
Yeah, and that whole program has been really good here lately. They've been working on their own chassis, and it's definitely been paying off. I know they've spent a lot of time out here testing. They've spent a lot of time like making fixtures and going through, scientific processes and chassis twisting. Whoa, we got a couple around in 3 and 4. And
there's an ARCA breaker all the way in the back there. Oh my gosh. Nothing like looking right in front of you, bro. Caution is out. Eric Yost just got in there too hot. Shooty hits the brakes and widening. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe his throttle hung. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Holy crap, dude. Pay attention. Kidwell again sees now that restart, the 22 car, Brandon Conard. If you're going to duck and you're not going to stay in line before we cross the line, as we got carts around for some reason, we're cracking down on those restart rules. Next race, if we see in the video that you've tucked out of line before the start-finish line, we're just going to put you to last place in the feature. Even if it's 3 weeks after we see it on video evidence, we're putting you to the back. That's going to be the end of that.
Cutting out on all the monkey pots business. I get it.
Just causes cautions. That's a problem. Somebody will go in there 4 wide on a restart, cause a caution, and we're sitting here for another 20 minutes. But right now, the battle is at the front of the field here. There's a little bit of heat there. Chris Allison running down Kidwell. Ben Murphy in 3rd.
Stroup using the entire right side of that car to try to get by people. He's definitely bounced off a few people here as we've been watching this race. We go on board with Ben Murphy here. I believe he's ahead of Stroup. So watch that left side to become quite a candidate for Zack Stroup to bounce off of as he goes to the inside and takes that 3rd spot away.
Hey, you can see in the middle of the corner there, you get a run underneath someone, and the cart just loses any type of forward drive, and the guy that you passed can check up in the middle of the corner, get that cart pointed, and drive back underneath you. So there's definitely an art to getting the job done, especially in 1 and 2 here at Millbridge. We'll see who's got the art form down and who's using finger paints here.
we've seen a lot of prep races, and we have too over the years. It's so much different to see that top middle lane just come in with these treads. And there's guys that run even higher than this on some nights. It's just a different style of racing. It's no longer locked in, bottom of the track, fastest way around.
No, and it's put butts in the seats for the last, year and a half now with these treads, 2 years now. It's a great form of racing. You don't have that premium grip from rolling, as we got one around here on the inside. It's the 97.
Ron Shute goes for a spin. But the racing's better, and policing the prep and the tires has definitely made this series grow as a green flag is back out.
Front
Back
row
underway
on bottom,
here.
not where you wanted to be there. But that Beef Tips machine is made his way from, I think he started 6th all the way up to 3rd, was in 2nd. Oh, we got another cluster at the back of the field there. That's Ratchet
Dylan
Jaws
Teasley.
involved and Crossthread.
Craig Crossthread Smith. Yeah. All right. Jay Zarapata up to 4th, doing a great job. J.R. Norris up to 8th after coming from the B main. He's done a great job in that Auto Lube and Repair 151 machine. As here comes Brandon Conner to the inside of Zarapata. They are 3 wide, and we know Stroup's not afraid to shove somebody, and he's going to let Chris Allison have it. Going to push him into the 2nd spot.
There he goes, getting some
He's got a
big
heck of a
runs.
run.
Zack Stroup making his way up into the 3rd spot. He's looking to get himself, he's in a podium spot right now, but he's looking for more as he goes to the inside. Going to try a slide job on him, can't quite clear. He gets pinched back down. Oh, whew, that was close. Right side's up on the wall. Zack Stroup backing up the entire line now as that Beef Tips machine chooses the outside, tries to give him a shove, and Stroup finally clears him and takes over that 2nd spot.
So it's tough racing here tonight, man. No one's given anyone an inch. Fairly respectful so far. No one's gone full crazy tonight. No one's gone full Amber Heard as we got the 5 to go caution now.
Nobody's took a dump in somebody's bed just yet. There you go. You got 5 to go caution. See if Stroup can do something here with Kidwell.
Stroup's used
Kidwell's
that right
dominated
side.
this race.
Yeah, will he use it on Kidwell? Kidwell's not a guy that I would fight, but doesn't look like Stroup's going to do it. Probably the smartest move I've seen him make all night, as he is using up Ben Murphy.
It's such a weird line in 3 and 4. I've seen guys make a gigantic arc as Chris Allison's going to skate away to the lead here in this restart, and then I've seen people diamond the corner. That corner is just a weird corner, and it gets even weirder with these treads as Chris Allison now leads this field with only a few laps to go.
Allison's pulling away. Stroup on the bottom still. He's trying to at least get on the podium. Kidwell's keeping him honest. Kidwell trying to get some momentum up on the top side there as the Beef Tips machine puts him 3 wide for a moment. Kidwell still holding off Stroup, pinching him down as Chris Allison loving what he sees. White flag, 1 to go. The battle right now is for 2nd. That's Stroup and Kidwell. Kidwell with the momentum up top. Stroup down bottom. He's watch for the dive bomb. He shoves it in there. Allison takes the checkers. There were 3 wide for 2nd. Photo finish. I can't tell.
Down here with 2nd place finisher Johnny Kidwell. Heck of a run. Led every lap except the last couple. Man, you had it good. What happened? How'd he get by you?
Just the damn 5 to go. I thought I can pull him a little bit, which we did on that last restart there. But I missed my line going into 3 and shoved the nose a little bit. So still a good run. I mean, it sucks that we didn't get the win, but to come out here and run 2nd, and I think we had 21 carts tonight. So it was all in all a good night. So we'll see what we could do in the USAC series and start 7th in there, and hopefully do a little learning from this one. But I can't thank my brother a ton. He puts his heart and soul into it, and wasn't for him, we wouldn't be out here doing this. So special thanks to him, John Kinder for helping us as well. But we'll be back, and I think we finished 3rd the first race, last D&Q race, and now we're 2nd. So let's see if we can move up one more damn position next one.
Johnny Kidwell says that Kinder machine's got one coming. Out here with third place finisher Zack Stroup, you gave it everything you had. I saw you lots of scrub marks here on both sides. You were driving the wheels off that thing, and everybody else was. I mean, what more did you need?
Not much. The go-kart was about perfect. Me and Nick stayed out in the shop till about 2 o'clock this morning working on this thing. It's been bad for about a year now. Just threw something at it, and it finally looked like it finally paid off.
Sure did. Nice run.
Appreciate it.
Escape Pool Cup Series. The SRI Pole Award will go to the Bad Kitty with a 12.544. That is the SRI Pole Award. He will start back in the field due to the invert. That'll give Tyson Freeze and Harvey Weinstein the front row.
Row number 2, Chris Bailey and Mike Kraut.
Row 3, David Odell and the Bad Kitty Adam Welch.
Mark Ellis and Josh Napier in the next row.
Pat Cole and Ronnie Carroll.
Zach Campbell after a decent run and Showtime in the 5.
Todd Chaff and Mecky Harshaw in the next row.
Charlie Kingpin and Aaron Hodges.
CJ Winslow in the Deuce and Curtis Markin in the 20.
An extra $300 was added to the purse for this race. Aaron Hodges paid his tire fine. 410 AKRA NK clones and groove tires as well. Just a little bit more horsepower for this race. So racing for an extra 300 spread throughout the top 3. That's what we do with the fine money we get from a tire prep violation. Aaron Hodges paid that. He is ready to rock. Back with the series. Mike Rout has an in-cart camera. That's what we do here in D&Q. Pay the fine. No hard feelings. You got caught. Admit it. And then we're just going to spread it through your competitors. And he also has a chance to win some of it back. So it's really not a bad deal.
Nah, that's a good deal. All right, let's fire this sucker off. See what Harvey Weinstein can do, starting on the outside pole there. Gets a good jump out to the lead.
Dick Timmons is crew chief, doing a pretty good job with that rookie driver. Driving for the Shark Lounge Rookie of the Year award here in the Cup Series. And he is third right now as the Bad Kitty, not wasting any time trying to get back to the front. Cup Series, the only series we do the inverts in, as we're on board with Mike Rout, who is stuck behind Harvey Weinstein here in that outside lane.
Yeah, it's tough here. It seems like tonight Millbridge is turning a little bit into a new Bristol where it started off in the bottom real early, but everyone moves to the top rather quickly. And if you try to make a move in the bottom, it's just not going to happen. You got to make your own luck on the top line, whether that be touching someone's rear bumper and moving them out of the way, or turning down low and using your right side of your go-kart to turn your four tires into 8. It's tough sledding on the bottom here this evening.
Yeah, one guy that's able to make it happen, though, is the Bad Kitty. He's somebody that has been fast all year long, and even at the end of last year, he's been really fast, but just stupid stuff happening to him, and a lot of it was his own fault. But I went down there in the garage area earlier as, Bailey gets
Chris
turned
Bailey
around.
I'm not so sure if Welsh got into him or he just got free. Let's look at that again at the instant replay. And you're not going to check up coming off the corner. Nope. He got a little free, and to be fair, you're not going to get off the gas pedal when somebody does that in front of you.
No, that's just that dirty air coming off the nose cone. His cart's set up to be running in traffic. He gets that nose out in clean air. It sticks the nose. He gets free, and just the slightest tap sends him around. It's just one of them racing deals.
Back underway here. See if the Bad Kitty can hang tough on the inside. He's going to squeeze up Tyson Freeze, and he is going to take the lead for now. Look at Pat Cole in that number 2 cart doing a great job as well. Somebody that we do not talk about a lot here. He's racing with Mark Ellis. That second lane starting to come in, like you said earlier, JZ.
Yeah, people are widening the track out. They're running a little bit higher, a little bit more room. You turn the wheel a little bit.
That's way high. Pat Cole takes the elevated sponsorship to the next level there off of the end of the front stretch. He went for a ride. My goodness, that was a ride.
High Point, North Carolina, does he?
Look at that's very acrobatic.
Ooh,
stuck the landing. Nothing better.
Everything. That was classic.
The driver was okay. Looked like Ellis didn't know he was there. He just kind of got jumping the right rear somehow. Went around. Glad he's okay. I mean, the whole field did a great job avoiding him. He was fine. Wanted to race some more, but his steering wheel was bent, so he couldn't do it. And here we go. We got Mike Rout in the inside, and that's a disastrous restart from people checking up. We're back under green. The Bad Kitty's starting to set sail. He's had the fastest piece here all night as Ellis working the inside of Freeze for third.
Yeah, you know, this was the first time in a long time that I've seen him sober down there in the garage area, and it's definitely paid off for him. He hasn't made any of those stupid mistakes, hasn't stepped on his pecker yet. I mean, it's certainly inevitable within 3 to go. If something's going to happen, he'll do it. So we got another caution out on the speedway. A piece of lead, couple pieces of lead there. Spread all through turns 1 and 2. Definitely don't want to get that through the nose cone right into the nether regions of the driver. There you go.
Get it together. Shouldn't be any lead. There you see them running it over there. Couldn't tell what cart that came out of. Couldn't get the $20 from him.
I've caught a 5-pound nugget in the shin before, and if it hadn't gone through the nose cone, it would have broke my leg for sure. Don't be an asshole. Please double nut or safety wire that shit.
Green flag back underway, and that move that Tyson Freeze just made will put him last place in any feature from now on as he gets spun by Mike Rout. And we're going to put Mike to the back as well for that. So 2 rungs, that restart, that right there, not legal. And then Rout, what he does, not legal either. We're cracking down on that stuff. You don't want to spin somebody in front of the field. Big safety issue.
Rout, we're on board here with Mike Rout, and you saw him. Oh man, there we go. Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, he'll get put to the back with Tyson. So he'll start in the back of the field now. Here we go. Bad Kitty Adam Welsh, the leader. Mark Ellis, second. Showalter, third. Todd Chaff in fourth in that Stephen Broy machine. Now that Broy doesn't race it, it runs very well.
Fastest tire guy in DNQ.
Yes, he is. We talked earlier. Do not want to be part of that tire guy union or get involved with him.
No, I'm sure he's sending out tweets as we speak right now.
Ronnie Carroll doing pretty good, past ARCA champion in the 5th position, doing a great job. Filling in for Mickey Roop, who had a truck fall on him at work. So he is nursing a collarbone injury. Kind of gross there. On board with Mike Rout. He's going to try to make his way back through the field, racing with the guy that he just turned in front of everybody, Tyson Freeze.
Fairly respectful between those two. I think Freeze and Rout are both smart enough to know that they can't get racing too hard here at the back or they're never going to make their way back up to the front. So I believe that they're both smart enough that they're going to go single file and shove their way back up. But the laps are winding down right now as we watch a battle for 10th. 4 wide, that's Chris Bailey trying to make his way. He passes 4 cars in one straightaway. And somebody else goes around, and that is the 2 machine.
Josh Napier goes around off the nose cone of Charlie Kingpin, who, since he failed the tire test, does not run very well. That's kind of weird. Not really sure why. That's weird. You take away that crutch, it's pretty hard to walk sometimes, isn't it?
Yep, for certain.
Watching Chaffee. And Chris Bailey on his march back to the front, doing a great job. Up to 5th. Pretty good racer here in DNQ. Way too clean, way too nice. But doing a great job in that PRC machine. PRC is, he's a big part of that house cart deal. Used to work there as he feeds a right rear to Todd Chaffee. But they're doing a great job. The Cup Series, ultra competitive, just like all the other series in DNQ. But a little bit extra here tonight, especially with this group. There's a bunch of hard-nosed racers in here.
It is.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Bill.
I was just going to talk about all their hard dicks, but yeah, sure. Back to you.
Perfect. That was a stiff conversation. Rout just seems like he's just lacking a little bit of overall grip or side bite as we come to our 5 to go here. You can see him throw it into the corner, and as the rear end falls back in line, it just sits in the right front, and that nose just seems to wash out a little bit. So, he's building that notebook a little bit, and he'll be better off the next time we come out.
Man, Ronnie Carroll got shuffled right there in this 5 to go restart. Shame for him. Rout making his way back. Tyson Freeze and Showtime racing each other extremely hard here towards the front of the pack. Chris Bailey about to have a night. Got spun early off the nose of Adam Welsh. now battling for second with Mark Ellis.
One of the nicest guys in the garage, too, Chris Bailey is. And I asked him, like, why are you that nice? Why do you race so clean in D&Q? Nobody else races like that. And he said that's just the way he was raised. That's the way he was brought up. And that's the way he wants other people to race him. And unfortunately, that's just not how it works in D&Q. If you're nice to somebody else, they're probably going to backstab you. So I would watch your back if you're Chris Bailey. But great to see such a nice guy. And Tyson Freeze back up to a podium spot, it looks like. But Bad Kitty is going to take it home. First time he's been sober in years. First win in years. What a run by him. Down here in Victory Lane with Bad Kitty Adam Welsh. Absolutely smoked him. Right now tonight we've had 2 winners. Both of them get tossed. Is this thing legal?
100%.
All right. I guess we're going to find out. That's for sure. Nice job.
Oh, thank you. We've had the speed all year. The problem is we've been wrecked 7 times in the Cup class in 2 races. So
8 times a charm.
Well, to be honest with you, the fact that we didn't get turned tonight was a blessing. We didn't have to pass everybody in the field, and Chris put on a good show, and Mark was up there, but the Plus Power SKE chassis was just getting it.
Nice job. Congratulations. Down here, second place finisher Chris Bailey. Chris, you get to pick a tire off of that 71 machine. Which one you going to pick?
Man, all of them. Probably just right rear.
All right, we're going to pick the right rear. Heck of a run. You went to the back, made it all the way back to the front. What'd you do tonight?
Man, just drove my ass off. That's about all I could do. But, it was tough out there. A lot of good cars. I mean, there was a lot. Adam, guy finished third there, Ellis, he was good. I mean, there was a lot of good cars, so it was hard to pass. And, especially trying to stay off everybody and, give them clean room to run and stuff. So, but it was a good night. I can live with that.
One of a kind, giving people room, Chris Bailey. Congratulations, second place finish. Third place finisher, Mark Ellis down here. You had us on our toes for pretty much the whole race. It seemed like if there was 3 wide on the racetrack, you were a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great racing out here. You can expect that if you're going to give it, you're going to get it back. And, I like to give it back too if I get it. So great racing. Thanks to everybody. I hope the gentleman that had the accident out here is okay. If you can turn around for a second and look at all these people, I wouldn't be here without them or everybody out there. We appreciate everybody for coming out, and I'm glad to have good friends and support on this deal. And thanks to Eddie, Jeremy, and Ashley, and I appreciate it.
Congratulations, Mark. Third place finish tonight in the Cup Series.
Thank you. Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Busch Series. The SRI Pole Award will go to Nick Stroup with a 13.183. The past Cup Series champion will start on the pole with Eric Riggins, his buddy, on the outside pole.
Row number 2, Chris Bailey, come back for more, and Ronnie Shirk.
Thomas Markham and Brian Shaw make up the third row.
Jeremy Murphy have a great start for this race, along with Damian Jenks.
Matt Faulkner and brother Kidwell Anthony. Kyle Busch off the track already.
Austin Compton and Ray Peace.
Alex Lockhart, Nada Lasagna, and Duncan Allen next row.
TJ Cannon and Matt Moat.
Patrick Green and Megan Cannon.
I can't help but notice that the pole speed for this class was slower than the Dash Series, and that just goes to show that the smaller tires in the back let you carry a little bit more speed as you look at Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair rules here, 390, treads, and stock Predator.
The Mooresville Outlaw, Ronnie Shirk, will have an in-car camera. Ronnie still has the helmet. When he flipped in the Cup Series featuring Patrick Green with another in-car camera. You remember when he flipped and broke his collarbone in the Cup Series about 2 years ago? He still has the same helmet with the scuff mark down the left side of it. I was laughing at him when I saw it on the grid. I was like, you still wear the same helmet after you flipped and it ground it down? Oh yeah, no problem. All right, well,
sure.
What's that meme that's out there? Sefty instead
Sefty,
of
Yeah, Sefty.
Yeah. S-E-F-T.
Yes.
Jeremy Murphy spun around. Tough break.
Jeremy Murphy.
Jeremy Murphy.
Fuck out couch.
Unity.
Oh, no caution, huh?
No, we had enough already. The Cup Series race took too long. He'll get a 5 to go. Mooresville Outlaw, Ronnie Shirk, P4 right now in that scuffed up helmet, following Eric Riggins. Eric Riggins and Brandon Connard. I don't know how the cart deal is going to work out if Connard makes the top 10 in points. Like this, we've talked about this, but like if two guys that share a cart get in the top 10 in points, they're going to have to come up with another cart.
There's going to be a lot of drivers sitting on laps.
What does the R&D look like for that? Ray Thies has a problem off the corner. Let's take a look and see what happened there. Arrow for he said arrow F it.
Yeah.
I don't know who he was pushing on there. Maybe the tie rods. I don't know. He just decided to turn right and take a break.
Spindle broke. Yeah, so what's going to happen, like, I wonder, like, if they're sharing a cart, like, which driver is on top and which one's on bottom?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, the Stroup brothers, they got to have a cart in the garage, but at some point, you have got to think that Eric Riggins or one of these Stroup brothers is going to show up with a different cart to start doing some R&D on it. You have no idea. You can't just race for the national championship and have no clue what you got and just show up to the first race with a brand new car.
Yeah, but these are also the guys that show up and do one lap of practice and then go out there and sit on pole. So maybe we're the idiots.
There's no way. We're geniuses, certified for sure. But we're on board with Patrick Green here. He's grabbing a handful of steering wheel, trying to make his way up through the field here. I think that's Lasagna up in front of him on the inside, trying to go by. I don't know who that was. We're looking at 3 wide. It's a battle up there for sure for 10th. Every spot is coveted here in DNQ.
Lasagna must have voted for the Democrats watching him race in this thing so far. He is just
a little bit wild,
throwing right sides everywhere. Look at that lean, dude. Look at it. The left side weight is just out of hand with that.
Out there harvesting ballots the entire night.
The Mooresville Outlaw, Ronnie Shirk's throwing his hands up. I think he's having a party over there. He's dancing there for a minute. The caution will be out.
Should we go on board? Can't quite tell what's wrong with that machine.
Stop in the middle of the field. Stop in the middle of the racetrack because you didn't set your chain right, and make them throw a caution for you sitting in the field. Make everybody sit here till you put your chain back on, and just wait for it to pop off again in 5 minutes. That's what we love to do here in DNQ. Green flag is out. Lasagna would go to the back of the field for that move right there. It's going to work for him tonight, but the next couple features, that will be illegal.
Fuck it. If you look stupid, we're just going to put you to the back.
Yeah, and it's not even going to be like Compton! Compton just about got clapped over there off the corner.
Cut half the track and said, fuck it, I'll keep going.
They lost a bunch of spots anyway. It didn't. He about got flipped right there, so my goodness, that was tough.
Yeah, you know, like when you're leaving the track at the end of the race, and you're like, you joined the race to the airport, and you're trying to take all the shortcuts you can. That's what happened right there.
Absolutely. Let's go on board with Patrick Green and Ronnie Shirk. This is our national championship split camera. These two are racing each other. They're Shirk to the inside of your top left. And on the bottom right is Ronnie's in-cart camera. This is what these drivers see as they're out there rolling.
Well, I can't really see shit right now, so that makes a whole lot of sense of why some of these guys are making the moves they're making.
Shirk taking it 3 wide is out of control.
Man, we're going to have to, Mr. Carroll's going to have to get into tractor, trailer, and cart repair before this feature's over. People are tearing some stuff up as Green there feeds the right side in the number 55. It's tough sledding for some of these guys.
Look at this field and the action that's all around these guys. It's just some great racing here, and I know from the seat the drivers absolutely love it. And Ronnie Shirk gets spun. I thought he was going over there again. I thought he was going to have a right side helmet mark. Let's take a look at that again.
Oof.
Close.
Not clear, Ronnie. Not clear. TJ Cannon fires a cannon off on that nose cone of the 51.
That's
tough break.
Very arc.
Let's go on board with Ronnie.
Oh, wall. Yeah. Yikes.
Just not clear. It's like this from Patrick Green's Duncan Allen. Not clear, bro.
Hey, you know, that was me drinking in college. You know, you were digging hard, and then all of a sudden, shit just gets turned right, and you're in the wall. I feel you, Ronnie. I've been there before myself.
think his spotter tweeted anything out after that?
Yep, on to Millbridge. Tough day. On to Millbridge. Yeah.
15-page thread of calling it from the angle that they're at. Back under green.
Just
Alex
had one more
Lasagna
stop.
up.
We can get another half pound in the left rear and really fuck him up.
Yeah, right. We're so close.
Stroup and Riggins, the story of tonight's Busch Series race. Chris Bailey having a decent night. Kidwell and Lasagna in 5th with Austin Compton in 6th. Pretty standard event here tonight as Compton and Lasagna racing each other pretty hard right here.
It's good to see Riggins back out front. You know, I remember maybe it was the beginning of last year, the year before, when these treads came out, we were running the top. But he was just driving away from everyone as no side panel is safe in this battle here for the 5th spot. But you know, him and Showtime and a couple of guys were just running away with the race. But since we've moved back to the bottom and more people have moved to the treads, they just haven't been stomping on the field the way they did for a season.
Oh, we have got Faulkner around with Jeremy Murphy as well. That'll bring up Jeremy Murphy.
This is his 3rd caution he's been involved in, right?
Fuck your nerf bar.
Lasagna
Right?
gets spun out here under caution. Let's see what happened here. Under caution, mind you. Compton had enough of Lasagna, and he took him out. That's a little bit of street justice, and if we see that again, you'll get put to the back as well. Just not playing games with that stuff.
Ashley was not excited about that move.
Yeah. If it's under green, it's another story. If we're going to play games under caution, take somebody out, you will go to the back. This is one of those deals. Happens under green, all right. Under caution, and just Ryan Shaw. That happened under green. It's fine. Look at that. Jumping left rears. Thomas Markham involved with that. Jeremy Murphy. Megan Cannon and TJ Cannon. A family event there. Husband and wife involved in that one as well.
Taking after the Tatoojas in their lead. Has Desi been around this season? I missed calling her.
Yeah,
name.
no, she's around.
Back soon.
She's around.
Is she? Okay.
Hatchet Green missed that wreck. Single file now for the peasants who can't finish a race without making a bunch of wrecks. Green flag back underway. Stroup and Reagan's, the story doesn't change. You know, we talked about running the top, but these two guys, I mean, the cream eventually will rise to the top, and that's what we're seeing here on the bottom is the top 5, just some of the best racers here in DQ.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those two guys loved running the top. They've been begging us to run the top some more. I said, top's still open. Get your ass up there. And they still won't go up there.
Yeah, in this class it is.
Yep.
You can run the only series you cannot run the top is Cup, and we just made the gear rule for that because the closure rate was so fast.
Yeah.
But here you can run it. Here, USAC, all those series, you can run the top in the Predator. They just choose not to, and it's just not there. I mean, they're running them in qualifying as the white flag is out for Nick Stroup. And nobody's going to touch him. Teflon Don on his way into the Busch Series victory. Bailey going to try to make the move for second. He's going to take the win. Let's go down and talk to Nick Stroup.
Go for it.
Down here in Carroll Tractor Trailer Supply Victory Lane with Nick Stroup. What a race that was, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun, and from my vantage point at least. I got in the grip and just rode. It wasn't a lot of passing. I'd love to see this thing get up against the fence again like it was last year, beginning of the year, or the year before that, when it was a blast, man. I mean, that was still fun, but we need to get into throwing sliders again and all that kind of good racing. This is just kind of single file, but it was I gotta thank my brother for letting me ride this thing. It's kind of cool. It's a Pro Cup Busch thing, and we get to ride the same go-kart. So we didn't have a very good showing last time, but obviously we turned it around pretty good. So gotta thank everybody for the opportunity to ride this thing. So it's a good time.
Not a lot of passing up front, but there was a lot of action behind you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another second place finish again for Chris Bailey. Heck of a run, buddy.
I appreciate it. Yeah, the cart wasn't quite as good in that one. I missed the air a little bit, but solid third place cart, I thought. And then I just tried to hang on to Riggins at the end and made a move on him on the last corner, and it worked out. So wasn't too bad, but could have been a little bit better.
Well, so far, second place has won 2 classes tonight, so you might still be in it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Third place, Eric Riggins. It only took you 2 laps in qualifying to get up there on the front row, but couldn't quite get it done here tonight.
Yeah, it was tough. It was one lane. I would have been happy with second, honestly, the way it was. But he got me on the last corner. thought maybe my momentum could carry me back by him, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess it's a good points night if we're points racing out here. So, anyways, we'll get them next time. Don't worry about it.
That Orange 22 has been awfully fast in everything it's run tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fit Stop Performance USAC Series SRI Pole Award will go to Kyle Beatty with his fancy bow tie.
Dapper.
12.96. I used his wedding pictures for lineup stuff, so there you go. He'll be on the pole with Magic Mike Melton, last year's champion.
Could be Melton's son in that picture.
Joey Gase and Bad Kitty back for more.
Linker and Showtime in the third row.
Tal she loves. I asked her if she wanted me to get like actual pictures. Said I'll take dinner. So there you go.
Stephen Broy, Charlie Kingpin,
Luther and Tony Wilson.
Tyler Richmond and Ronnie Osmer.
Steven Tattoogers and Mike Contrino.
Dirty Air, Donnie Caldwell, and Tim Nye returning to the series.
Had to run the B main. Last transfer out of the B main. Beat out his buddy, Skip Flores, who came all this way. Last minute deal, put together, brand new motor, brand new cart, best of everything. Couldn't make it out of the B main.
Zero practice. They had to run last in the B main. On board with Mike Melton for tonight's race. It's like I felt like the trick guys or whoever that was came with that cart, said it's D&Q, we'll make the race, no problem. We got to run the B, who cares? It was a beautiful cart. As we go green, they did not make it.
Like weren't even close.
Weren't even close. That shows you the level. Like they could not run Dirty Air Donald Caldwell. That shows you how good.
Sorry,
3
Donnie.
wide for the lead. Shows you how good the competition is here, as we're 4 wide in the USAC series. And the competition's so tough that if you're a racer, you need to go to Fit Stop Performance to get yourself in the great physical shape that these guys are in to race here in this series. Look at this series. We sent people home in the USAC series.
Every buggy made in the Southeast in this past year is at Millbridge right now to run the USAC series. That's how tough this is.
Go on Go Kart Racer Facebook. You will see these chassis shops churning out buggies now. People advertising new buggies. I dare say that the people like Eddie that run D&Q should get a cut of the proceeds of all these chassis sales. He's bringing this chassis back as Melton gets right reared, almost stuffed in the fence as we've got a nice battle here for the lead. 3 people dogging it out. Joey Gase there in 4th trying to run them down. Magic Mike Melton still running that top, trying to stay ahead of the Bad Kitty.
This is some great racing. Melton enters just a touch high, and there's a cart inside of him. Cannot cut under Welsh. Adam Welsh to the lead. Woo! I love the view of this camera. You actually get to see him, Mike Melton, working the wheel. What he's seeing here in traffic from the top of the chassis. Great view.
I think these roll bars give these drivers a little bit extra courage, if you know what I mean. So they're not scared to run hard against each other. They know they got that exposed right front sticking out there, which I don't know who's driving that 05, but he ain't scared to use it against Joey Gase. But having those belts, having that extra protection, definitely grows the nether regions a little bit on these drivers. As well as going to Fit Stop Performance and growing that endurance and growing those muscles, they can battle it out here for 30 laps straight.
Hunter Smith will get you right. All you got to do is just hang out with him, and he'll, I think instantly just having him around makes you feel healthier, as the caution is out already. Tyler Richmond has a mechanical issue, and got to thank Fit Stop Performance for giving back. Hunter Smith used to race these, so pretty cool for him to come sponsor this series, as Welsh is going to take the field back to green. Now, I would not be surprised if towards the end of the year we start seeing these guys rip the fence. They're just not there yet. I don't think they're gearing for it, but I think we're going to see that before the year's out. I saw a lot of guys in practice get to the top of the fence and start making some laps, and I'm excited to see how this series progresses. as they're 4 and 5 wide all the way through this field.
Yeah, this time of year, the track still holds enough moisture. We've been getting enough rain down here that the track just stays good along the bottom for the entire race and throughout the entire night. Summertime, when it gets a little bit hotter, there's not as much water, the track kind of slicks off. That's when you're going to see these guys get right up by the fence, and we're going to see these big three wide slider moves. Charlie Kingpin trying to make something back there happen. Can't really make anything happen without that tire prep, it looks like. But that later on in the summer, that's what I'm really excited to see, these huge fields go at it.
I mean, you look at the backyards here, at least my backyard, not very far from this racetrack. It looks like the Sahara Desert. The dirt is cracked. It's just, you feel like it's Africa hot outside. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I definitely see the dry, slick conditions, Jay-Z, starting to come in, and then we're going to get guys searching around for any moisture on these tracks.
Yeah, you could see Melton earlier on with the onboard too. He was running there trying to stay ahead of the Bad Kitty. He was dipping that right rear end that Angel does. You can see he's running a little bit high in 1 or 2 here, and I want you to watch his hands and just see how steady they are and how he's not fighting that go-kart. His go-kart looks mint to me, so I can't imagine how good the Bad Kitty's kart feels right now, running away from Mike Melton with something that looks this good.
And that's how good you have to handle in this series to be right. And it doesn't matter what Lexan side you have on it or any of those other things. Aero's important as the caution is out, but you just got to have that thing right. That's just speaks to the competition here in the USAC series. Is Adam Welsh leads, few laps left.
Yeah, that competition is definitely something that I want to touch on because there's 4 different chassis in the top 5 right now.
Melton's actually going to hold serve here with Welsh. Tried to squeeze up there. Can't get it done. Welsh is going to take that big arc into 3 and 4, and he is going to take the lead. Melton now to second.
Magic Mike Melton trying to get another podium for the night. Looks like he's going to do it. The battle is Kyle Beatty behind him. Kyle Beatty, last week's winner, able to hold off for 3rd place right now. He's going to have some clean air, see if he can catch back up to Mike Melton and take that 2nd spot away. But right now, it's all Bad Kitty in that SKE out front. That thing is handling good, got a lot of power, lots of good aero on that machine. He's going to try to make it 2 in a row tonight.
He's got 2 or 3 car lengths of Melton. Melton's trying, but Bad Kitty dumps that left front down to the bottom, close to the white line. Gets a good drive off. If we catch 1 to go, Bad Kitty's still in front by 2, 3, almost 4 car lengths now as we head into 3.
SKE is going to make it 2 for 2 in the USAC series. Adam Welsh takes the victory.
Oh, we sounded like MRN there towards the end, dude. We were kicking ass.
That here in Fit Stop Victory Lane with Adam Welsh, 2nd time tonight. You didn't wreck yourself. You didn't get wrecked. No body parts got ripped off. No suckets. It's hard to believe you were actually in there. Have you finally figured out what it takes to win here in DQ?
Yeah, don't get fucking wrecked. It's pretty simple. I got the best motors, the best chassis, whether it's the Cup cart or this cart. Mike Willis built a badass Power Max motor. Austin Pless built a badass Pless motor with the Cup cart. This was the Power Max. We just displayed 2 motors, same chassis. Fuck it, it rips. Kyle finished 3rd, should have been 2nd. Mike drove up to the field after the B. The SKEs are on a rail right now.
They certainly are. That's 2 in a row for you. Congratulations, sir.
The proof's in the pudding. Any dummy can drive these things.
I wouldn't go that far. Magic Mike Melton with a 2nd place here in USAC. Another good run from him. You've been on it all night. What was it going to take to get past Adam?
I really didn't have anything for Adam. His kart was so strong off the corners. I fired off really good. I thought, oh man, I might have a shot at outrunning him because let's face it, they're like the class of the field right now. Their karts are really good. So just to be in the mix in the SKE sandwich was, I'm just proud to be there. I just got a little free the longer we run on this, it's 40 laps or whatever tonight, or I don't know, 25, I don't know, whatever it was. I got 2 free, and Adam was just eating me up. I felt like me and Beatty were pretty even, just kind of whoever got in front of who. So that last restart,
I tried to get all I could get and beat Adam down there, but he got me, and he just beat me. So you just get beat sometimes. So sometimes you beat yourself, like I did in Dash tonight, and sometimes you do pretty decent. So once again, thanks, Steven. He hauls these things. He loads them up every week, washes them, cleans them. I know he had some struggles with his tonight, so I can't thank him and Desi and G-Stats, Turbo, everybody that contributes to trying to get these things here to the racetrack every week. So yeah, we're just glad to be here. So it's all in one piece.
Well, we'll let you keep doing the driving. We'll find somebody else to do the counting. Third place, Kyle Beatty. You gave him a heck of a run. You really fast, led some laps there, got shuffled back, made your way back up front. I mean, it wasn't much that you were off.
Yeah, it was really good. Adam and I were really close. He had better acceleration, I think. I just couldn't get it going on the starts or restarts. So I knew I had to line up behind him because I didn't want to be the guy on the inside of him on the starts. So I kept lining up behind him, and I was pretty well screwed every time. So I just had to stick with it. I had to pass him 3 wide a few times to get back to second on the outside. And the car was really good. I just need a little more gear or something.
Well, you certainly didn't need any more aero. That thing looks bad to the bone.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. Down here, just in front of Victory Lane with Hunter Smith of Fit Stop Performance, sponsors the Fit Stop USAC series. Hunter, thank you so much for everything you do for this series, and we're really happy to have you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I started this business to kind of hopefully give back to grassroots racing, and that's exactly what Eddie and everybody at DNQ gave me the opportunity to do. So, sponsored the USAC series specifically, but to have this night is super cool. So I'm excited. There were so many carts here and so many people, and I hope everybody had a good time. And we're looking forward to doing it again. We'll definitely be back.
Well, we love having you as a sponsor, and we're happy to get your name out there. You picked a darn good class to sponsor too.
I think so. I grew up racing champ carts, and that's kind of where I cut my teeth in racing. So it was a no-brainer to sponsor the champs when I found out they were going to be a series throughout the year. So super cool. All the competitors are super awesome, and the racing is great. So happy to do it, proud to do it, and just love having a good time.
Thanks again.
Thank you, guys.
Let's check out the finish line Wash Pros Dash Series final results. Joey Gase had a spark plug issue in tech. He will finish last. Showalter will take home the
stock
win.
plug. No gapless plugs. If it's not the exact stock one, at least fucking act like you got a stock one. Make it look right.
And Martin Coverly, a good third place finish there, JZ. Our highlighted driver for this race.
Yeah, it's good to call him out. This, like I said, this class is fast. They turn really good lap times. It's the theme throughout the night is just how competitive this series is going, sending people home. So for Martin, great job by him.
I'm sure there'll be a PR release about Casey Heschel in fourth as well. Let's take a look at the Auto Lube.
Racist race.
Auto Lube. The volume of that was just funny. Auto Lube Repair Pro Cup Series. John Kidwell will take home the win. Zack Stroup, a very good run. And Ben Murphy, your top three. J.R. Norris comes from the B main to finish fourth.
Norris there with he must have been to Auto Lube Repair and got some of that heavy grease. That was a slick run by him coming from way back in the pack and putting it P4 with some of the best drivers in the series. And that was a bit of a rough feature too, so it's good to see him finish well.
Escape Pool Cleaning Cup Series. Adam Welsh, your winner, did pass a tire sample test. So his tires were legal, despite how much complaining we get on how much he got the field tonight. That was just tonight. Bailey in second, Ellis third. Chaff will be the highlighted driver in sixth.
Yeah, Tyson Freeze, I don't even remember, he spun out along with Mike Rout. They got sent to the back, came back in fourth and fifth. Todd Chafee beat out Bobby Showtime. This 55X car that he's been driving has not run good at all with Stephen Broy in it. So it looks like Todd Chafee, tire guy by trade, looks like he's got those tires right, put his ass behind the wheel, and he can definitely hold it better than Stephen Broy. So if I was that 55X Motorsports team, I would certainly be looking to keep Todd Chafee in it for the rest of the year.
And that pay window helps a lot. It helps everyone involved. Everyone needs to get tipped out and get those win bonuses at the end of the season. So it's smart to keep him in there. The driver mod definitely works. You know what I mean? So good run by him, beating out some top tier talent.
Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Bush Series. Nick Stroup will take home the win with Eric Riggins in second. Austin Compton in third. Good run for Anthony Kidwell. We're going to highlight Matt Faulkner, who has done a great job here tonight in the Bush Series feature.
A great run by Faulkner. Came up finishing sixth. Not a whole lot of experience here in the DQ Series, so good to see him, get back up there looking good. Anthony Kidwell running good as well. That whole team, along with, we talked earlier about the Stroup Riggins sort of collaboration there, along with the other classes. Who's going to sit on whose lap if both will make the playoffs. So something to think about for those teams if they need to, start running a couple more carts and get these drivers used to it, or if it's going to seems to be working good so far for them. So maybe they'll just show up.
I hope so. This series is getting great. I mean, the top four I don't think surprised anybody, but you got names like Jenks, Faulkner, Duncan, Thies running inside the top 10 in a series where we send people home. The people that we used to kind of joke about are getting their shit together and running well. So I don't think some of these guys that share their carts are going to want to share it anymore. Come championship time, people have to scrap things together from the parts in the garage and show up and race.
USAC Fit Stop Performance USAC Series. Adam Welsh, your winner. Again, past the tire sample. Mike Melton, a great second place finish. Matt Linker in a top 5 finishing position will be our highlighted driver from this race tonight.
Matt Linker definitely gave her hell. He was in a podium spot there right at the end on that last restart, but just got beat out by a couple veterans, Gase and Beatty. Beatty runs SKE, and that's what Chassis Welsh is on as well. So a couple of SKEs up there for first and third. Watch for them. Melton's on something totally different. Gase is on something different. Linker's on something different. So lots of competition between manufacturers here in the Fit Stop Performance USAC Series. And that's allowing people like Matt Linker and Cullither and Mike Connerino to come up there and run inside the top 10. And people like Johnny Kidwell, who's run really good in his machine, now he's just barely making it inside the top 10. So that whole department is going to have to go back to the drawing board now that they got some stiff competition.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, and we're talking about SKE, and this is for all the people watching at home. They're getting a little itchy, right? This looks fun. They want to join us. SKE on their Facebook page. I know some of these other race teams will have chassis for you to rent for the evening. They'll help give you advice. They'll help you wrench on it. They'll get you pointed in the right direction. So if you want to get in a flat cart or get in one of these champ buggies and join us in DNQ and get a taste, look for some of these drivers, find them on Facebook, find Millbridge, find these rental rides, come join us and have a blast. Maybe get addicted to the best motorsports on the planet.
Let's take a look at this is interesting. So this is when we drop your worst finish, which from now on when we show points, that'll be how it is after a couple of races. This is the cutoff for the Pro Cup Series after we drop your worst finish. Chris Allison is +8, Eric Yost +5, Dylan Teasley +1 over Craig Smith, who owns the transfer spot over Jay Zarapata.
Wow, that is a heck of a battle. Ratchet Jaws, somebody who normally runs a lot better than he has been, he's going to have to get on it and, get his season turned around, running back up where he's used to. JR Norris with a couple of strong runs here lately. He's going to be one to look to knock off Crossroad Craig Smith, who's kind of hot and cold, to be honest. So Crossthread, he's going to have to spend some more time in the garage, maybe piss off his old lady a few nights if he's going to make it to the playoffs here in the Busch versus Pro Cup war.
It's tough sledding out there. How many more weeks are there in the season until we get this sorted out?
There are 3 more races until we start the top 10 in points.
There's So there's something to say for these people that are going to actually show up for all 3 of these next 3 races. And Crossbred Smith, Craig is a loyal supporter of D&Q. We thank him for that. And just making these shows, continuing to get out of that B maid and getting to that feature, are putting him in this spot for success. So if people like Norris, even shoot at this point, they show up for the rest of these races and even sniff the top 10, they might be able to get in there too. So it's participation, it's showing up, and keeping your nose clean that will get you into that national championship picture.
Let's take a look at the Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Busch Series playoff picture. And your man Brian Shaw, JZ, really tight. He has got a 0-point advantage from that 10th place spot. Raymond Thies, Alex Lasagna, Anthony Kidwell. These guys are all good, but Matt Faulkner, only 2 back. Duncan, only 6 back. Murphy can make it happen from the 13th position. Got a really big fight going on here.
Yeah, Shaw needs to rip out the last 2 pages of his notebook and go back to what he was doing last year. He is just completely out of whack. I don't know if he trick-fucked himself and just could not get out of his own way. He needs to go back to what he knows works and fight off these people like Faulkner, Duncan, and Dan Murphy, who are breathing down his neck and are going to cost him a shot at a championship.
We'll see how this plays out in this Busch and Pro Cup Series Championship battle, and we'll always be watching the top 10 in those series. Well, I want to thank you guys, and especially Pit Stop Performance and Hunter Smith for their sponsorship of the USAC Series and sponsorship of tonight's race. Had a great time watching some of these guys battle.
Yeah, especially USAC Series. My God, that was a great race. Lots of great competitors now in that, and all of the classes for sure. Great to see Tim Nye and Ryan Flores make a comeback along with Tyson Freeze, who ran easily the best out of all 3 of them. Tim Nye and Ryan Flores didn't, Nye made the show, but not really. Flores didn't even make the show, so it's incredible to watch those guys that you've known for so long, who've clicked off so many wins here in D&Q, think they can come back without any practice, without running for a few years, and try to run again and get up on the podium and fight for wins, and they barely make the show. So that just shows how tough the competition here is in the D&Q series and how far the series itself has come. So think you're a badass, come out here and try it. That's what these guys are saying.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got a beautiful surface to race on. Thank you to Jeremy, Ashley, and Millbridge, the whole crew, providing a great experience with some of the best track food you can find in the Southeast. Great pits. Again, rental rides all over the place. If you can just find them on Facebook and reach out and agree on a price here. This is where the big dogs are at, man. I mean, there's people that run IndyCar, there's people that run NASCAR, and that's fine. You know what I mean? For people that really don't have the guts. D&Q is where it's at right now. This is where names are made, right? This is where people want to be. I'm excited for the rest of the season.
Well, I want to thank you guys and everybody watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. I want to thank you guys for being a part of this racing and checking it out. We'll see you guys at the next race.